Uh, Technical difficulties. Let's see. We're good to go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe MMA show. My name is Joe, and God damn it, dude, what did we do? Who was sacrificed to the MMA gods for us to have deserved like the 3 weekends that we've gotten? Right? Like I feel like this card was kind of a sleeper in a lot of ways. Like people kind of weren't really talking about it, and I think it's just because we were damn near exhausted. You know what I'm saying? We with 67 and 68 being back to back like that, 4 title fights, seeing Hamza return, seeing Islam fight, the Gaethje Chandler. I mean, there was so much that it felt like this kind of flew under the radar. And then if you look at the card, like there were some fun matchups. Like there was some fun names on there to watch. And the fucking card delivered. There was, I believe, 12 fights and 10 finishes. Only 2 went to decision. I can't remember the one that went to decision on the prelims, but Max and Yair also went to decision. Holy shit! So I don't have time to get into all of it with that many finishes and that many I guess people to watch. But I will try to cover over just the main card, and then I got a couple fights here that I think are the best matchups to make moving forward. Opening up the main card was Song Yadong versus Arce. Am I fucking that up? I probably should have like some better notes, but I don't have his name written down. Jesus fucking Christ, dude! Song Yadong is he's a primate. He's fucking he's feral. You know what I'm saying? When he smells blood in the water, dude, he's a fucking hammer. That guy is a young stud. He's with a great team, Team Alpha Male, especially when he has such good striking and so much natural power in his hands. Being at a place like Team Alpha Male, they're just going to make his wrestling great. They're just going to make his strength and conditioning great. So I feel like he's got a good spot to stay at, especially for guys his size. He's a 35er. I think the best matchup moving forward for Song. I don't know, man. Cheeto Vera, other than that, like I don't want to see him against Frankie. I don't want to, Rafael Assunção really doesn't. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that would interest Cheeto. I'm sure that Cheeto probably only wants to fight up and is kind of has a direction that he's got in his head. But I feel like that's a great fight. I don't feel like either guy really sustained a whole lot of damage. They could probably turn around pretty early next year. Just my opinion on that one. After that, we had Chaos Williams, which I don't know. Is that his real name? Can someone comment? There's not a chance that's his real name. It's got to be a Kimbo Slice type situation, right? Regardless, Chaos Williams and Miguel Baeza. Fuck, man. Baeza was looking so good coming into the UFC and on the Contender Series. He was 10-0 and things were good. The kid's a young stud. He probably has to wear water wings when he leaves the house, man. I bet he's drowning in pussy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like he lost to who did he lose to last? I'm drawing a blank, man. I don't know. Either way, and tonight, dude, he was doing good, man. It was a great fight. It was back and forth. I had it 19-19 going into the third, if I'm not mistaken. And man, just kind of got caught up throwing a couple of those naked calf kicks. Got into a little bit of an exchange and just ate a right hand. I know that he protested the stoppage, but fuck, I really think that he woke up when his head hit the ground. Because you do see after he falls, I mean, he covers quickly, but no, man, I feel like it was a solid stoppage. Kind of some weird stuff with stoppages tonight. Some questions about refereeing and stoppages and how that maybe should work. Yeah, kind of a. I could see that he was upset about it, but I feel like it was the right move. He was just going to eat more shots. And Chaos Williams is a fucking pit bull of a man. Chaos Williams, I think a good turnaround for him. And I'm not just trying to like throw fighters that just fought, on the other weekend's cards, but I feel like the Leech, Li Jingliang, he's ranked number 12 right now. I feel like that would be maybe a good a good matchup for Chaos to try to move up, see if he can crack into that top 15. Lee's coming off that loss, so he really needs to kind of get back into the win column. Chaos has a lot of power in his hands, but he does overextend, man, and he leaves himself out of position at times. So just needing to tighten stuff up like that. But as you saw tonight, dude, I mean, when you got that fucking power, sometimes it doesn't matter if you overcommit and leave yourself out of range. If you land it, you land it, and it doesn't matter how much time's left in the fight. That was late in the third. So he looked really good. I think a fight with him and Lee would be very interesting. Moving on past that, Felicia Spencer absolutely bullied this little girl. I don't want to call her a little girl. That sounds disrespectful. I believe her last name was Letson. Man, Felicia Spencer, fucking beautiful, dude. The game plan was perfect. She forced the clinch. She pushed her against the cage. And she just bullied her. She grinded on her. And I know that people, it's not the most exciting style always, but with the fight that she put on her, if you just go back and watch it, just look at the girl's face. You know what I'm saying? When she's kind of looking up to see the amount of time left, dude, she's exhausted. Excuse me. Felicia's constantly head fighting. She's just digging her forehead up underneath her chin, just kind of like just up underneath her chin, on her nose, in her face. She's just disrupting the breathing, disrupting her posture. She's clinching her. She's throwing just little kind of pitter-pat shots that are just kind of knotting her up, and she's throwing so many of them. I mean, it was brutal. And there kind of becomes a question here about refereeing, because I was thinking about this. Sorry, man, I'm fucking this stand. In the third round, I feel like it became pretty evident that she wasn't gonna win. I don't know the girl, but she really didn't. It's not like she's just known for one shot power. She was some kind of crazy kickboxer, motherfucker, dude. But I don't know, dude. It felt like, man, if you know your fighter's not gonna win, and I guess this is just kind of like an ethical thing with coaches. It depends on like your relationship with that fighter and whether or not you think they always have a live shot, but. That girl just didn't appear to be Yair Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't seem like the kind of fighter that with 1 second left in the round was going to just get some sensational stoppage. So you have to question at that point, as the coach, and when we've had this conversation before, when is it the right time to throw in the towel? When is it the right time to save your fighter from themselves? But I wonder, can something be said about referees in boxing and how they will stop a fight a lot sooner? If they just see mounting damage. I feel like there was times where if it was, a boxing referee would have stopped that third round. I feel like even, I don't know. It might just be bred into the culture of MMA that we want to see like a nail in the coffin. We want to see a solidified finish. So we needed to see Felicia Spencer put 3 or 4 hard elbows in a row before like a stoppage was warranted. But it feels like a couple minutes in that third round when you're just seeing her get beat up, especially when that big elbow landed and busted her nose way the fuck open. It feels like, I don't know, maybe that's against the rules. I don't know if the MMA refereeing rules, like how it states if you have to see several blows back to back, because I feel like maybe a mercy rule type deal, a mercy stoppage. I guess then it becomes kind of subjective and it's up to the referee, but fucking everything's already up to the referee. So I guess you just have to trust that they can make that sound judgment. But it did seem like she took some punishment for a minute, and clearly just with other fights that have been happening lately and people wondering if fights are running too long. I don't know. Maybe somebody can drop in the comments if there's any literature in the rules about what constitutes a TKO or a KO. I mean, clearly a KO, but like a TKO stoppage and referee intervening. Let me see. I guess for Spencer, I mean, they don't even have rankings available for 45, so it's Amanda. Like, did she just? I mean, she looked great. Did she do that to Amanda? I don't think so. I don't think that there was anything in their first fight that led us to believe that she could. I don't know, man. She looked good, and Amanda doesn't have anybody else at 45, I don't guess. I know that it looks like Kayla Harrison is signing with Bellator. I don't think she'll be chomping at the bit to come fight for peanuts in the UFC anytime soon. So who knows how soon or if we'll ever see that matchup. I would probably say I don't think we will. So yeah, I don't know, but they kind of keep the division around because I mean that's their homegirl, man. They love Amanda, and she likes it. She likes to fight at 45 as well, so might as well give the champ what she wants. So yeah, I guess give her Spencer ? I don't know, man. Amanda has bigger fish to fry though right now. Worried about Juliana Pena. After that co-main event, and I don't even know what all I can say about it. It was so short, dude. De Lima is he's Tan Grimace smash. You know what I'm saying, dude? He's so explosive. He is so quick with his hands. And like I was saying earlier with Song Yadong, like whenever he senses a finish, that motherfucker gets to going, dude. And he stays in your shit, and he throws hard. He throws fast. And there was another weird stoppage here. I mean, Big Ben, dude. Ugh. Boy got his fucking bell rung 4 or 5 times at least, just bad. And I have no idea how he stayed on his feet. He is so tough, dude. That motherfucker's got concrete in his blood or some shit. He's got to be part stone. That motherfucker ate some shots. He was protesting the stoppage. I saw some people were upset about it. Man, even how they landed, Ben didn't have his legs underneath him. There was no real attempt at the takedown. The way they landed, De Lima was on top of him anyway. I just assumed he was just going to posture, create some distance, and land some elbows. I think the right call was made there too. I really don't. It was kind of weird. Herb kind of fucking stutter stepped it and it got a little awkward. But I get it, man. That shit's got to be tough. You step in because you think somebody's knocked out, and as soon as you step in, the guy wraps up. But you've already stepped in, and it's just kind of like, man, you kind of just got to pick it and go with it. But I felt like that was a good stoppage as well. Just kind of it protected Ben from taking any more unnecessary damage. 30 seconds, man. That's fucking quick. I guess De Lima, I don't know, man. I mean, he's unranked. Do you put him up against I don't know, like an Augusto Sakai, like a Tom Aspinall maybe? I know Aspinall, they're I think tied right now for 10th rank. You know the fuck, 10th for number 10. But Aspinall said he's not really in a hurry. He kind of wants a slow build. So, I mean, I don't know if he would be, worried about fighting an unranked guy. But I think that would be a fun fight. Aspinall's super athletic. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I would rather see the Aspinall fight than the Augusto Sakai. So, yeah, I feel like that would be a good one to see if he can crack into the top 15 and also kind of test Aspinall, see, against a range of things, up against another really quick, athletic heavyweight. How can he do? And then the main event, holy fuck, dude. Such a good fight. I had it 4 rounds to 1 max. And I thought that's, I think the second round, I had it a 10-8. There was just a lot of control time. Look, I know that Max came into this and kind of wanting to reset records over the Calvin Kattar fight and kind of make this the sequel to that and put up 900 and yada, yada, yada. And that would have been super impressive in a lot of ways and really solidified that he needs that title shot, that he deserves the title shot. But it was almost more important to watch him go through a war like this, man, to see it wasn't all striking. Like the Calvin Kattar, for all intents and purposes, should have just been a boxing match. It was just a boxing match with little gloves inside of a cage, a little bit of clinch work, but I mean, that fight was heavily, contested with the hands on both sides. Tonight we saw scrambles for Max. We saw both guys attempting submissions, getting kind of close with submissions. We saw ground and pound. We saw takedown defense. We saw, when people were getting taken down, popping right back up. It was a great fight. And holy shit, dude, Yair Rodriguez. First of all, you're off for 2 years, and your first fight back is Max Holloway. Dude, fire your manager, man. Max looking peak, too. Max is looking like on another level, and he's only getting better. And he just set a record, and now he's talking about breaking that record over your fucking skull. Fire, I don't know who his manager is. That's a shit, I mean, get him somebody else. Get him somebody else, man. Let a fucking tune-up fight, man. But I don't know, dude. He's got that Dominic Cruz gene or some shit, man. No ring rust. That motherfucker came to game. And goddamn, dude, it was a great fight. Max is just another level, and it's just that's what it is, Max and Volk, they're cut from a different cloth. If the UFC worked like boxing and there was 3 champions, 4 champions for every weight class, and they never fought, you know what I'm saying? Then Max, Volk, Ortega, and Yair are all probably champions. You know what I'm saying? If they just didn't have to worry about, Alex and Max, man. So I think that we run it back again, man. I think that's the fight to make. Max and Volk. It's tough. It's tough because of the controversy with the decision, and it's like, if Max loses, then it's like, fuck, he's got to move up. And I really don't like seeing Max at 55, but maybe if he had a dedicated strength and conditioning thing and really kind of packed on some muscle and beefed his frame up. But, I mean, 45, that's his weight. It's a great weight for him. He's so good. It's just, if he loses that third one, you're in a tough spot. If he wins, you're in a weird spot because, dude, do we want to see a fucking fourth one? But Volk would have, a claim to that, being like, hey, man, I've defended the belt twice and I won it from you and I've beaten you twice and you come and beat me once. You have to run it back. And it's just like, how many times are they going to fight each other? And if they're just wiping everybody else out, it's just crazy to think of how tough Brian Ortega and Yair Rodriguez are, and to think that they just are a whole step below where Alex and Max are. So for Yair, and I've already said his name. I think the best matchup to make it coming out of this, I mean, give him some time to recover for sure. That was a dogfight, but put Yair and Brian Ortega in a fucking cage and lock them up together for a second. If that doesn't make your willy wiggle a little bit, dude, you're fucking up, because that is insane, bro. That could headline a fight night card. I would rather see that. I'd rather see that go 5 rounds than see it just kind of snuck in on a pay-per-view as a 3-rounder on the main card. Yeah, but I don't know. I think the move would definitely be a 5-round main event. So, yeah, I think that you kind of come out of that, and depending on how things would go with Max and Volk, you kind of, you know, the winner there obviously is still right in that upper echelon, right in the talks for a title shot. So, yeah, man, that's about all I got. I think I might make a couple more videos if I have like a specific question. I might try to look a little bit into the refereeing thing and make a video about that if I can get some closure on it. So, let me know what you guys thought about the fights, man. Which card did you like the best? 267, 268? Was it this weekend's? Big shout out to my fucking like thumb holes in my sleeves, like it's goddamn 2007, and I'm fucking listening to Sum 41 and shit. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Drop some comments, man. If you liked the video, hit a thumbs up. Share it around with your friends or whatever. Until next time, man, y'all fucking take it easy.